welcome to Gymnastics with Joy, the podcast that flips your perspective on gymnastics, where every athlete has a story and we're here to tell it. I'm Joy, and today I am joined by a culture curious columnist, a story savvy strategist, a tenacious truth teller who spots the narrative, then flips it. Forbes contributor and author of Flipping the Script. I can't believe she's here, but she is. Please welcome Caroline Price.
Thank you so much for having me, Joy.
Yes, of course. I'm so honored that you're here.
What an intro. No, I appreciate it. Stop blushing. So,
Well, I mean, listen, I'm here to be a hype girl. That's what I am. So,
I love it. I love it. I always need the hype.
I want to talk to you. I want to dig in like real quick because this is kind of surreal for me. I for Christmas, so my family does Secret Santa every year. I have a bigger family,
Okay.
and so it's like kind of expensive to buy everyone a gift. So what we do
Sure.
is we just like draw a name. We're like get a name, and then that's who we have a budget, and then we spend all of that budget on that one person.
Okay.
And that one person, we make our list, our like wish list and stuff. Well, my sister was my Secret Santa, and I put your book on my wish list
Mhm.
for Secret Santa, and she bought it for me for Christmas.
That means so much to me. Oh my God.
So I've been reading your book. It's so good. I want to get it in hardback because I the hardback wasn't going to come in time. So I just put the
Yeah. And to be fair, the paperback is in color in the inside. The hardcover is black and white in the interior. So I would actually
okay. Well,
maybe
I love the pictures. For people
me
who
too.
not
I'm a big pictures girl.
Me too. For people who haven't seen the book, it's incredible. Like, look at these beautiful pictures. They're gorgeous. So, get
My favorite.
the paperback and the hard copy.
You know what? I'll take it. Yeah. If you want to get both,
That's what I'm gonna do
go
because
completely with me.
I'm a gymnastics book collector, and so I have like Jordan Childs' book, and I have like Amy Borman's book, and everybody's book, Allie Raisman, all them, and I love having them in hard copies and like lining them up to look pretty. But then I
Okay.
like having the paperback to destroy.
Yep. Yep.
You
Like
know?
a true student. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, okay, I get it too. Because I mean the hardcover, it does look very nice, I will say. The exterior, as much as it's annoying because with Amazon, the interior, if you print it in color on the interior, I would have had to price the book at like $40. And no one's
Oh
paying
wow.
for a $40 book.
I
So
would have. I would have.
I don't even think my family would have. So
I
I
would
appreciate
have.
you for that.
I'm
But
just gonna say it. Get your bag.
you know what? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But
No, but that's actually very sweet of you to like think about that and be like, people are not gonna pay that. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, that's
it
yeah.
was just, especially with the market demographic, if people are trying to buy this for their kids and not everyone, especially with the economy this year, it's like not everyone's going to be able to afford,
No, truly.
an
Truly.
arm and a leg for a book. So I've tried as best as we could to price it reasonably, but
You did great. No, it's very reasonably priced.
oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's I'm doing it. So
Yeah, it's
just don't.
so I love it. I actually have not finished it yet. I'm at the end of it.
Oh,
Um
yay.
and so I'm very excited. I'm on page, where is that? What page am I on? Yeah, I'm on page 228. So,
228. I have my copy right here.
oh,
I do
love.
have a bunch of copies, so
I'm
okay, yeah.
sure.
All right, so you are back in Paris now.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Love it. Okay.
And so before we get into you, I just want to say like this book I was so excited about because Paris, so I am a big gymnastics nerd, as people probably have already figured out. Like I tell people I have the brain of Dory, except for when it comes to gymnastics. I have like
Yes.
an encyclopedia up here that is only gymnastics. Like I have no other useful knowledge.
Yep, yep. No, I'm the
Um,
same way.
and so, but I have my like emotional support gymnastics meets that I watch instead
Yes,
of emotional support TV shows. And Paris is one of my emotional support gymnastics meets because it was just so special.
it was. Yep.
I watched the team final all the time. I watched the all-around final all the time. I mean, I love it. And so when I heard that this book was coming out, I knew I had to put it on my Christmas list because I was like, well, A, it's a new gymnastics book, have to purchase immediately. But B, It's I have to know the tea. Like this is this is like an incredible story and one of my favorite Olympics of all time. I got to know all the tea. So,
Yep.
it's a really, really good book. I know I haven't finished it yet, but I've read most of it and it's incredible. You should be so proud.
Oh, thank you so much. No, it's I'm the same way. I mean, it's funny. I feel like you described my brain. Like I genuinely feel like an encyclopedia with gymnastics at times. Like in a way, writing the book was easy for me because it's
Yeah.
like I'm sure you can relate. Like this is information that's just already in my brain. Like
Yeah.
sure, fact checking everything is entirely necessary and with especially with a works cited page, which is like 500 pages long.
Hmm.
But I mean, it really just kind of flows because it's like it's always been my number one passion since I was like 9 years old, and it's just hard to, I mean, it was hard to make it difficult on myself. It was just so easy to write about, you know? It's like, and the same thing. Like, I do think it is like a comfort Olympics for me.
Yeah.
I'd say the only part I like to skip in the all-around final is Simone on bars because it just still stresses me
It's
out.
stressful, yeah. But you know
Yeah.
what? I used to feel that way, but I actually I used to skip it because I was like I can't watch it, but I can. You know why? Because it's how she responded.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's it's honestly how she responded to that bar routine and like with that beam routine is one of the greatest athletic feats I've ever seen.
Totally agree. And even, I mean, in the bar routine itself, sticking the dismount, yes, she looked pissed off as she often does, you know, when she makes a mistake. But I
Mhm.
mean, that was probably the best dismount I had seen her do
It
in a
was.
long
Her
time.
toe full to the double double was perfect. It was
Exceptional.
I really think she made up a lot of her points with that dismount.
Yeah, just like
It
that.
was
'Cause even a hop forward, chest down, something. I mean, it could have
yeah.
made a difference. Sure, in the long run, it wouldn't. It didn't make a difference. But you know,
Mhm.
every tenth matters
Yeah.
in terms of
And
the
you know she
psyche.
wanted to stick that dismount.
Yes, it was like, okay, I made this mistake. There's no shot. I'm not nailing this. It makes me think too of, I mean, not to go on a tangent, but Jordan responding after her fall on beam in team finals.
Amazing.
Yeah, and then having like a lights out full routine.
Hmm.
I mean, just I think that's a huge common denominator with this team is how they
Yep,
respond. I mean,
it
that's a huge
is.
story. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, I love that microcosmic example within the all-around finals because really Simone just put it right behind her in that beam
Yeah.
routine. I mean, I was almost about to throw up for
Oh,
her, and
me too.
she was perfect.
I was
So
like, what? I was like, because she knew, we knew, like she had to hit that beam routine.
had to. Yep.
Could not fall.
No, it was a different final. It wasn't like Doha 2018, you know,
Mm-mm,
where you could
mm-mm.
make those mistakes and it was
Yeah,
fine. It was just
yeah. And so I was like so nervous for her, but I was like, okay, because Simone Biles is my hero. Um,
understandably. Yep.
she like not just for her amazing gymnastics, but like who she is as a person and what she represents. And um, I'm very passionate about women supporting women and mental health and women in sports, which is, you know, part of a huge reason I made this podcast. But
Yeah,
she, as she's just inspired me so much. I think, you know, in Tokyo, she inspired me more than anything, and she did very little gymnastics there,
right.
but she
Yeah.
inspired me so much. And then in Paris, it was like I always say, like we would not have had the joy of Paris had we not had the heartbreak of Tokyo.
Absolutely. Yeah, and then that's why it's a part of the book too, because that's it really did set the framework for that. And it's Simone is absolutely my personal hero too. It's interesting. Like, I will readily admit, I actually was not fully on her side in Tokyo, and I hate that that was the
Mm.
case. And I
Yeah.
was a gymnast, you know, when it first happened, I think I was kind of wrapped up in that American media narrative that was like, we have to win. How is Simone not performing for us? You know, it was just kind of like this shock. I mean, I remember because the time change, I was, you know, on my dad's couch at 2 in the morning watching it
Mhm.
happen and just like in disbelief. And I think
Yeah.
I just lost my mom too. So I was just like kind of angry. I was like, I just want to see Team USA win gold and have a good end to the summer. But I mean, over the months following it, I started realizing, I mean, okay, I've had the twisties too. Like, what? Who am I to be upset at her for making this mistake on the highest level? And
With the
then,
weight of the world on her shoulders.
oh my God, I mean, the entire Olympics were pinned on her back. And I cannot even imagine. I mean, I tried to think back to myself. I'm like, I was a head case when I was a gymnast, and like if I knew that I needed, there's this specific example. I remember I needed like an 8-6 to win the all around, and I went and fell 3 times on beam. Like, who am I
Oh,
to
not
complain about this?
three.
You know, like face planted on my dismount. Yeah, so I'm like, who am I to complain about this? This is not easy. I mean, she completely changed the landscape of women's sports. When I was a teenager, actually, do you remember the Couch Gymnast? It was like a kind of niche blog. I
I
don't know who ran
the,
it, but
the only blog I've ever read like that was gym was Vanessa Adler's.
okay, love it. I
But
mean,
I was not a blog girly, so
gotcha. Okay, so this was, I don't know who run it. I don't ran it. I don't know if they're still active. I hope they are. I mean, shout out to them because it was a great
I'm gonna have to
gymnast.
check it out.
Yeah, I don't know if it still exists. I'd have
Okay.
to check. But I asked to do a feature piece when I was like 14 on Simone Biles after Nanning,
Mhm.
because it was so clear that she was starting to like usher in a shift, a cultural shift in USA gymnastics, even at such a young age. You know, her
Yeah.
second year as a senior elite. And of
Mhm.
course, obviously, she was dominating the world stage already. But it was just so clear, like the distinct shift from kind of the tense competitive nature of the Caroli era. And sure, this was still Marta was still around, but like
Mhm.
Simone didn't seem to care. It was like, she was going to support her teammates. She was going to support different nationalities. I mean, I remember especially with Beijing, that was the Olympics that I grew up on. Like
Mhm.
it was so, I mean, at least the media narrative was so USA versus China, that Chinese girls are, I mean, of course, there were all these like false rumors about their ages and,
Right.
pitting the Russians against us, that Aliyah Mustafina was a diva, all these, these
All
narratives.
the narratives.
Yeah, and I feel like Simone was a huge part of breaking all of those down because she befriended all of these athletes, and it made you
Yeah.
realize, okay, they're not the Chinese, they're not the Russians, they're actual
They're
human
people.
beings, yeah, who are great people, who are super talented. Like I feel like she was a huge part of that.
Yeah.
Even aside from Tokyo to Paris, like it's just she totally changed the landscape of gymnastics. And I mean, I
Yeah.
think over time I realized and appreciated that. So
Yeah,
she's
even in the all-around final in Paris, when she had finished that beam routine and Rebecca was right at her heels and Rebecca went up to do her beam routine and you could hear Simone in the background like, "You got it. Come on,
yeah,
you got
you
it."
always hear her voice. Yep.
Like
Hmm. Would
that
never happen in Beijing. Like
this
never.
is the athlete that wants her gold medal that she wants,
Yeah, her
And she
biggest
wants
threat.
she wants just as much success for her.
Yep. And she seemed like the happiest person on the floor when Rebecca won gold on floor, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and in a
Yeah.
lot of ways, the media was like, oh no, I mean, her gold medal push has ended. She has
Oh
to
my
celebrate.
gosh.
It's
I
like,
need people to chill about that. First of
yeah.
all, like, chill about that. Like, Simone even said on Twitter, I believe I read something that was like, she's like, I'm not worried about it, guys. Rebecca had the better floor on that
Yeah.
day. Like, I'm so happy for her.
Right. And she still got a medal. Like, come on.
She's still got a medal. She's still the GOAT. She has 7 gold medals. I think she's fine.
She's gonna be okay.
She's
Yep.
gonna
No.
be okay.
And we got
Yep.
to see that iconic salute, which,
Iconic. Hold it for
yep.
like 5 minutes.
So amazing. So
So
amazing.
good. So, so good. Okay, so I want to talk about you. So
Okay.
tell me, I know you graduated from the University of Virginia, and you got your degree in communications and media studies. So
Yep. Yep.
tell us about that. I know you were a gymnast, so what made you want to be a writer? What led you to the University of Virginia? Tell me a little bit about that journey.
Sure, yeah. So I started gymnastics pretty late. I didn't start till I was like 10 or 11. And honestly, I was really bad at first, like really bad. I actually went viral on YouTube for having it was labeled worst gymnastics floor team of all time. I think it's still on there. Um,
Oh my gosh, that's really
comments got disabled though, because I was getting like hate comments and
my
I was,
gosh,
12 years old, even though
that's
I posted
awful.
knowing it was bad. So whatever, I digress. But I actually didn't get to really compete in gymnastics that much. My school forced me to play soccer, which sucked. I won't lie, soccer was my sport at the time, and like I wanted to go to college for it, and it just burned out. But ultimately, I ended up going to like Skidmore College at first, which was a really small liberal arts school in upstate New York. I did not like it at all. Felt like just, I don't know, it just wasn't a good fit. I think I wanted to be somewhere warmer. I wanted a good sports culture.
Mhm.
And I also wanted to return to gymnastics because I wasn't allowed to compete in it through my high school. And of course, at that point, I'm not gonna like walk on to an intercollegiate team. So I was like, let's find an NAIGC team. And I targeted schools to transfer to that had NAIGC clubs, and UVA was one of them. I loved UVA from the start, except a month in, I was doing a front full on floor and tore everything in my knee. So I actually, my gymnastics career, like gymnastics basically was trying to give me the message the entire time, like, you are not supposed to be an athlete anymore. Like it clearly did not,
It was
that was not,
clear, it was clear you
yeah.
had a different path in
Exactly.
gymnastics, but
Exactly. Because actually the month after I graduated from UVA, I got my first job in a town nearby and I ran into some coaches, some Bulgarian national team coaches who were trying to recruit people to be trampolinists for
mm,
the Olympic team. And I was like, I'm in, like, let's do it. Why not? Like it's COVID, things are a mess. I'm like, why not start something new? And I actually tore my ACL the first practice.
girl,
Again, yeah. So not just my ACL, I might add ACL, MCL, and both medial and lateral meniscus. So like I am arthritic and I'm 27. Like
you
it
have
was really bad.
you have
So
no knees. You're
I
a
have no
no,
knees,
you have no knees. Let it be
no
known, Caroline Price does not have knees.
no knees. Yep, let it be known. So again, like I said, gymnastics was making it pretty clear like you should not be an athlete. As much as I still want to do adult gymnastics right now, I'm trying to resist the temptation. But
Yeah.
I really do think had I not had those injuries, I would not have turned to writing. Because when I had the first one at UVA, that was my sophomore year, because as I said, I transferred. So I spent my freshman year at a different college. And I immediately started writing for the Cavalier Daily there, which is their student newspaper. And then I actually kind of like caught fire with an unaffiliated media source called Wahoops. So I started making video production work for their basketball and football teams and running camera for the ACC network and just like falling in love with sports media. But obviously, I wanted to cover gymnastics because I mean, that's the sport I know the best. That's the sport
Yeah.
I love the most. And I kind of just like gave up on opportunities there for a little while until Patricia Duffy Fisk from Gymnastics Now reached out to me about the job opportunity to write for the Big Ten network or cover the Big Ten, excuse me, for
Mhm.
Gymnastics Now, I think not last season, but the season before.
Yeah.
Um, Jumped in on that. It was super fun, amazing opportunity because I'm in Michigan right now. It's right outside Detroit. So, I mean, we've got like Ann Arbor and Lansing not far away at all. And then we had Big Ten championships here last year. So, super fun. Started the coverage there. And then early last year, the Olympic year, I got a really sketchy message on LinkedIn from a woman who said she worked at Forbes, but it was like no header, no nothing. And it was just like, hey, we're looking for contributors to cover the Olympic Games in gymnastics. I've seen your work for Gymnastics Now. Would you like to, interview for this position? And I was like, is this a scam? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
did not feel legit at all, but I was like, you know what? It's Forbes. Like, I'll hear it out. I'm not going to give any credit card information or anything and see where it goes.
Mhm.
And sure enough, it was legit. And
Wow.
it was funny. Because my editor, who was the one who reached out, she's wonderful. She was like, yeah, all the time people think my messages are scams. I'm like, maybe we should work on
You should
that.
work on that,
Yeah, like
girl.
maybe we're losing some good talent because people are seeing this and thinking it's fake. But thankfully it was real. And then, got to cover it for Forbes last year and, it just like the rest was history. So I kind of feel like the gymnastics writing piece just fell into my lap. But again, I mean, at UVA, not to discredit UVA, I loved being there, but there actually the media studies program there at the time I was there did not have a ton of journalism opportunities. It was
Okay.
very like analytical and figurative. It was more kind of like a hybrid of English and I would say like sociology, kind of like cultural studies, like how communities respond to media, which is still really interesting and it's helpful, but I think I wanted some more hands-on experience, which is why, I always tell, like, I got to speak with a Cornell University media studies class last month, and I was like, take whatever opportunities you have to do hands-on work, whether it's, an internship that's unpaid, a quick little gig somewhere, offer your services, like whatever it might be. I know it's not the most lucrative business, but you got to just dig in
Yeah.
and just hope for the best because that's how I got here is just digging deep and applying my skills where I could. So that's a long-winded answer, but I hope
No,
that.
I love a long-winded answer. I love a girl that talks. As a gymnast, or what drew you to gymnastics first? Like what do you remember the moment that were you watching it on TV or was it like a mommy and me class? Like how did gymnastics kind of fall into your lap?
I was watching on TV. I remember the exact moment. I feel like a lot of people do, but watching the Olympic trials in 2008, the ones that were in
Mhm.
Philly with Sean and Nastia. And I was like standing on the back of my grandmother's couch, like it was a beam. I
Mhm.
think it was probably less than 4 inches though. So,
How old
being
were you?
there, I was at that time 9,
Okay.
I want to say. Yeah.
Okay.
And honestly, at that point, I don't want to say I hadn't heard of gymnastics, but it just like soccer was very much my life. Like at
Mhm.
least the community we were in, it was like everyone, goes to play club soccer. It was just I was in kind of like a very competitive track for soccer, so it just
Mhm.
hadn't occurred to me. And I don't know what it was. Sean Johnson was like the one for me. Like
Same.
I mean, the two of them, like
Yeah.
were just so lights out. I mean, especially Sean. It was like I know she didn't win the all around in Beijing, and I wanted her to win so badly. But I do understand Nastia had a lights out day.
Mhm.
I can accept the results, but like Sean really, I mean, never put a foot wrong. It was like okay, she made one wobble on her standing full and all around finals,
Yeah.
like, and it wasn't a perfect routine in event finals, but I mean, like. I don't think I still to this day, I don't think I've seen an athlete who's that solid. Like it
No.
just, especially on beam.
I've never seen an athlete on beam do a full turn with that releve and hold it that long
Amazing. No,
ever.
just the finishing touches that she and Chow had prepared for Beijing, it was just like, and because her full turn didn't always look like that. Like even back
Mm-mm.
to 2007, I mean, when she won her first senior nationals, like it was still a nice full turn. It was better than most because everyone had to do it at that time. But I mean, in Beijing, it was just like head over
Yeah.
heels above everyone else. That was just crazy.
I
But
call it the releve heard round the world
yes,
because
no, that's perfect.
it's literally it was literally perfect. So the first Olympics I watched was in Atlanta. I'm almost
Okay.
35. So
Oh my
um
gosh, yeah, I thought you were in your 20s, I'm not gonna lie.
thank you. Bless you.
I know
Thank
that's annoying to hear. Like I'm
No, no,
in
I'm
my late
honored.
20s. Like,
Thanks. I feel like I'm in my 20s,
I
but
mean, you have a 20s vibe and you look fantastic, so I'll
well,
just put
thank
that there.
you.
But
Thank you.
I was young,
Um
so.
so my birthday's actually in like 3 days, so
Oh, happy early
thank
birthday.
you. But so I watched the Atlanta Olympics, and that's when I fell in love with gymnastics. I fell in love with Dominique Dawes.
I
Um,
wish I could watch that live. Oh my God.
yeah, it was incredible. And like Carrie Strug, I thought she was the coolest thing ever. And
Yep.
Shannon Miller, I mean, all of them, like they're just incredible. But Dominique, like the way that she commanded attention, like when I don't know, I was just blown away by her.
Mhm.
And so I would say that Olympics is what made me fall in love with gymnastics. But then I would say Sean came along, and I was like, wow. Like I was a very athletic kid.
Mhm.
I played a lot of different sports. I wanted to be a gymnast. My big sister was a gymnast and cheerleader, and she was like she could fly, man.
Yeah.
She and I wanted to be like her. She's like almost 12 years older than me, so I really wanted to be like her because I grew up like she cheered at a university, so I would go and like cheer with her at like as a little
Oh,
tiny thing, and I would be a flyer. They would, do all this
that's
stuff. Like it was
adorable.
fun. I just wanted to be her. So
Yeah.
I got in gymnastics as a kid. And then I was too afraid to flip backwards.
Mhm.
Didn't have a coach that would like walk me through it. So I quit. And I was like, I'm just too scared to flip, so I'll
Yeah.
just, be a gym nerd. So I just like watched it over the years. And then when Sean came along, I was like, wow, there's just something about her. Like I've never seen anyone like her before.
Truly. No, I mean, I remember in 2006 when she was a junior. I mean, I say I remember. I did not actually watch it live, but going
Mhm,
back, like,
mhm,
I mean, and she outscored the seniors that
mhm.
year. And I mean, in
Heard it.
2006, her all-around program even then was just unbelievable. I mean, that's when she first added the double-double on floor. I don't think I can't remember if she had the standing full and beam yet, but
I don't think she did yet.
Yeah, I don't think
She
she
may have, but for some reason I do not remember her doing
I
that.
feel like I think you're right. I feel like she added that in 2007.
Mm,
Like maybe at Tyson's American Cup.
that sounds right. Something
She's like,
like
I'm
that.
back. But yeah, no, that's I completely agree. I mean, it was really I do think still she's like one of the goats in my mind.
No, she
I
is.
know her career was a little short-lived, in terms of what we see now, especially. But I was really hoping she would come back for 2012, but those damn ACL injuries,
Ugh,
like
I
that they
know.
tell us gymnasts not to ski, and I know that's how she tore hers, which is crazy because it wasn't even in gymnastics. But
So how did your personal perspective or goals, I want to talk a little bit about the book.
yeah.
How did your personal perspective or goals for the book evolve during the writing process? Because I feel like when you start a book, you might have some ideas and then it might be totally different by the time you finish. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, so I don't know if you know this. I had to read the book in 30 days.
I did not know that. No.
Okay.
That's
So
actually bonkers.
it was bonkers. That's
Did
how
you
I would
sleep?
no. So I'll give you a little bit of context. I was approached in like late June of 2024 by a Hollywood executive who went to the University of Virginia. Again, a nondescript, sketchy LinkedIn page. People need to work on this
Work
because
on this, people.
yeah, like what are we doing? Come on, it's 2024 at the time. But he reached out, and I think because I was kind of like a new journalist at the time, he knew I wasn't off in Paris, sadly, reporting on the Olympics. He's like, this would be a good person to come to with this pitch. And his pitch was to write a book about the eventual gold medalists, should they win gold. Obviously, it hinged on them winning. So we kind of talked loosely about the plan. I laid out an outline, hinging on them winning again. Like if they did not win gold, it was
Mhm.
just kind of lost. But the
So a lot
second
was writing on it for you too.
Yes, yeah, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I was pretty confident. I mean, it
Yeah.
seems like the team was going to do it this year. The vibes were good. I will say qualifications, as you read in the book and you saw, were terrifying with Simone and her cramp, but
Hmm.
they pulled through as they do time and time again.
Yeah.
In the second that essentially the scores were posted, it was like, okay, game on. He asked me to have it done by the end of August. So, like had to get it done. We already had like a family trip planned that we had been looking forward to for a long time. I still have like sand in my laptop because I was on the beach writing the book. Um,
Oh, wow.
at like it was at an all-inclusive and my family's, drunk at a bar and I'm just typing away. Like I have a vivid memory of, a random resort goer coming up to me and he's like, "Hey, what's vacation? Drop it." I'm like, "I'm a journalist. Not how it works."
You're like,
Like
I got a deadline, buddy.
yep. No joke, like the day we landed was the day that the bronze medal scandal broke, like the CAS ruling came out. So like we get to the resort and I'm like, I have to write. I was like, I can't relax. Like one, I gotta write the book. Two, I gotta cover this. Like this is
Yeah.
huge.
Mhm.
So like it was really tough. I mean, so you asked, how the process evolved. It's weird. It's like I almost can't even describe it because it was so fast. There wasn't
Mhm.
really time to sit and think.
Yeah.
But also, like we said earlier on, because we're kind of like gymnastics encyclopedias,
Hmm.
it really flowed.
Yeah.
I think the people who could write a book like this are people who are gym nerds or members of the gymnastics community. Like I think candidly, I think you could do it too, because we
Thank
like we
you.
know the sport like the back of our hands.
Mhm.
We love it. We understand the emotions behind it. Sure, there was some research that needed to be done to, fact check scores and dates and whatever, but the storyline like was in my head already. Just because I knew the stories of these athletes like the back of my hand. I'd say Hesley was the newest to me, because
Mhm.
she was a newcomer and
Yeah.
just kind of learning a little bit about where she started. I know she went, from New Jersey to Texas and getting some quotes there from Greg Zappa at ENA Paramus. But yeah, it was like it did evolve, especially because I think obviously I was mid writing it when the CAS ruling came out and Jordan had to go through that just like shitstorm, for the lack
Yeah.
of a better phrase. I think that was a challenge, like how much to include that. And we did kind of like cut it off for lack of a better word, just because one, I didn't really want to like stir up more trauma if Jordan were to read it, like it's still ongoing. There's a
Yeah.
lot of open loops right now, and it was kind of like just touching on it, acknowledging that it's there, that maybe the whole Olympics were not perfect for sure, especially for Jordan, which, still breaks my heart because I feel like she just deserves the world at this point and not to have to deal with this stress. But I think that was a challenge, at least crafting the narrative and determining how much to touch on that.
Yeah. There's a
Um,
responsibility and a weight that goes with that.
yeah, yeah. And I'm wanting to kind of dignify the athletes. And I think that was a huge part of the book too, especially because it was such a quick turn piece. Ironically, it was supposed to go out in September of last year. And there were a lot of marketing issues on the that were beyond my control, at least my party's control. So ultimately, my husband and I just decided to push out the book this last month because we were like, you know what? Like, I actually candidly, I lost my job in July, my full-time job, and I was just like, you know what? For my career, for the timeliness of the story, like, we're not getting any younger. Like, let's just get this out, and see what happens. So it's just, yeah, it was definitely a stressful process, but it felt good to write a book in a month.
Yeah,
Can't
that's
do that again, but
well, it's impressive. It's
thank
impressive.
you.
I'm
Thank
sure
you.
your editor was like not sleeping either.
So actually, I
Or
was
what?
the editor.
Are
Um,
you joking?
there were a couple people that jumped in to help a little bit. But that was after the deadline had passed, so it was kind of like it was honestly a shit show. I was really the only one that was kind of held to that deadline, unfortunately. So pushed it all out, 250 pages, and then it just kind of sat for a year. So re-edited it this year, leading up. Well, as soon as we determined we wanted to get it live, like early November, and I was like, I haven't looked in this in a year because I kind of just thought it wasn't going to go out, and just kind of gave up on it. And I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? What did I write? I was like, I don't even remember. Let me take a look at this book. And yeah, so I mean, not to discredit, there were some people who helped out on the editing process, but yeah, it was mainly me who had to write it in 1 month, which is tough.
Caroline, that is so impressive. A, that you even wrote a book. Like that's most people don't
Yeah.
do that. Like I need you to know writing a book is an accomplishment in itself.
Thank you.
Two, writing it in 30 days is bonkers, bananas, wild. That is so impressive. And
Thank you.
three, the fact that you edited it makes it even more impressive. You should
Thank
be so
you.
proud of yourself.
You're so sweet. No, I really appreciate it. I think sometimes it can be hard to get like lost in the disappointment because I really did want it to go out last year, especially, right after the Olympics, and it would have been more timely. And but at least seeing story like from you, like getting it from your sister and Secret Santa, and like I've had even like one of my wedding vendors reached out to me, and one of her relatives got it for her for Christmas, and it's just like I don't know, I don't even care sales wise how it does. I mean, it's doing pretty well, but like
Yeah.
it warms my heart. Like I wanted to share it with the gymnastics community, and I did get to go to a gymnastics meet here in Detroit a couple of weeks ago. It was the Michigan Elite Gymnastics Academy's like
Mhm.
classic meet,
Yeah.
and I had some really cool conversations with like parents, and one dad asked me to sign it with an inspirational message for his daughter, and I was like, oh my God, this is just so stinking cute. I never thought I would be in this position. So, I mean, I always wanted to be an Olympian, like many of us do. And it's like, it kind of, maybe I'm going off script now, but like, it kind of feels like a giant F you because I had a lot of people growing up who were like, gymnastics is stupid, don't even bother, focus on soccer. And I'm like, had I given up on my love for gymnastics, I would not be a published author and I would not be writing for Forbes. So like,
Yeah.
like my life is not perfect, but I wouldn't have those things if I had listened to those haters. So, you
There
know,
seems to be a point in all of my guests' lives where they kind of have to choose between something and gymnastics.
yeah.
And it seems like, and every single one of you I tell that talks about that, you made the right choice,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Like Bree Clark, she was my episode
Yeah.
one, and she started gymnastics at 10,
Wow.
and she's
Incredible.
incredible. And so yeah, she started gymnastics at 10. Yeah, so she had a choice to choose between other sports and gymnastics. She was doing basketball
Mm,
and she chose obviously gymnastics and she made the right choice.
yeah.
I have Naima Muhammad from
Yeah.
Fisk University, first HBCU gymnast ever.
Yes.
She said that she used to be an ice skater, like a figure skater.
Wow. I love
And
that.
then she got into gymnastics, quit figure skating. And I was like, well, you made the right choice. Not to say she wouldn't have been a phenomenal figure skater, but
Sure.
like she
Yeah.
made history as a gymnast, you know? So it seems like every person that loves gymnastics, it's in our lives for a reason.
Hmm.
Like for me, my grandmother and my sister being a gymnast, I really loved that. But also my grandmother, I always watched the Olympics and Olympic trials and like competitions with her because every time I went to her house, gymnastics was on the TV. Also figure skating too when it was in the winter. But
She's got good taste.
huh?
She's got good taste. I love
She
it.
does, she does. But yeah, she and I watched so many Olympics together. And I used to be an actor. And my degree is in acting,
Okay.
actually. And so I quit that. I used to be a makeup artist. I've lived many lives, but gymnastics has been my constant. And I was
Yeah.
like, why am I not doing something with gymnastics? Why am I not using this encyclopedia brain for something that, I'm passionate about? And
Mm.
so I made the choice to start Gymnastics with Joy and I knew that I wanted to eventually make it a podcast. That's always been the dream for like I manifested a year ago that I was going to make Gymnastics with Joy a podcast and here we are. It's kind of crazy.
Sure. Yeah.
But so you made the right choice, and it appears as though I made the right choice. So it
I
seems
think
like when you pick gymnastics, good things happen.
yep. Bottom line. I mean, I love the way you put it too. Like it's been your constant. Why not use it to your advantage? If you
Yeah.
love it so much. I mean, I think that's kind of where it came from for me too, is like at the time when Forbes reached out to me, I did have a full-time job. I was working for an advertising agency and like I liked my job, but it's I'm sure like it's not like the love I have for gymnastics. I mean, still that was early 2024, so it was still during NCAA season. So, every weekend I'm just glued to the TV and various
Right.
screens. And so is Brandon downstairs, like my whole family has to watch it now. But bottom line is like I completely agree. Like if you have that inkling and you still love it that much, I know for some people like it can be associated with trauma if you've had tough experiences in this
Sure.
and then push it aside if you need to, but like if it's something that's a source of joy, pun intended with the podcast, like why not, dig deep into it and make it a part of your life, your career. Like, I mean, it's just so many people love it too, and sharing that love of the sport with others is the best thing ever. So, I mean, I think that's awesome. Like just hearing about your story too, and you launching this podcast, and I mean, I love the name too, GymNicetics. I just
Thank
because
you.
sometimes it used to be a little nasty out there. So like it's good to spread some joy in gymnastics, and I think that's what it's all about. And that's what I
Absolutely.
think the book's about too. The book is really about like honoring the women who won the gold medal. I want to pay homage to them. And I hope that Hesley recently liked one of my posts about it, so I'm hoping she saw it and has read it or appreciated it. I did just go out on a limb and send the books to the girls' gyms for free. It was just like
Really?
they want to take a
Oh,
look, like just obviously like it's about them. So
yeah, it's their story. Yeah.
yeah, like I hope they feel that they are represented properly. And I think, that's what it's all about. So
Yeah. Well, which athlete would you say their story impacted you the most?
I mean, it's hard to not say Simone just
Yeah.
because I mean, I think I've had a lot of mental health issues myself. Not exactly the same as Simone's, but I mean, like I lost my mom in 2021, which, really deeply affected me and still kind of affects me more to this day than I even realize at times.
I lost my
Um,
dad in 2021.
oh my God, I'm so sorry.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry too for you
Yeah.
losing your mother. That's really difficult.
No, it's traumatic, and I know Simone's been through a lot of different things, but just like I think also the public opinion that she faces,
Hmm.
able to kind of navigate her ability to navigate that while also staying true to herself. Like
Hmm.
at times, I'm a very sensitive person.
Me too.
Um, I consider myself an empathetic person, but at times, I mean, I'm not empathetic towards myself. I just kind of like
Yes.
when I get some kind of criticism, even online, I really take it to heart. I feel the need to defend myself or that I immediately assume I was wrong. And I really respect Simone's ability to just, defend her beliefs, defend others' beliefs. I mean, the way she's been standing up for the trans community, like so many
Yeah.
different ways. I mean, I think she's such a courageous person, and
It is.
I will defend her to the earth's end, at least on social media, because
Same.
I mean, I even saw there was some post of her being a sideline photographer last week at the
Hmm.
Bears game, which I thought was super cute.
She looked
And it was,
adorable. She looked
she
amazing.
did. I mean, her outfits this year have been
And
awesome.
her hair and her makeup, she serves every game.
Oh, good. Yeah, I mean, she's just stunning.
She is.
But she was meeting up with Olivia Culpo, Kristen
Hmm.
McCaffrey's wife, and
Hmm.
one of the top comments was still like, she's a quitter. And I shouldn't have engaged, but I was like, I can't believe we're still having this conversation in 2025. Like she would, and I talked to Simone's coach, or not Simone's, excuse me, Suni's coaches, and Jess actually writes the forward, and
Right. Yeah.
talks about how like he really, I mean, the athletes and the coaches on that team, they are 100% on Simone's side here. Like they were like, if she had kept competing, she would have been paralyzed or worse,
Yeah.
and you know what that means. Like,
Yeah.
and that is no joke, especially coming from elite coaches, elite athletes. Like it was that serious.
Yep.
The fact that she still gets flack about it makes me so mad. And
Me
I
too.
have so much respect for her to continue to just push it to the side, be herself, know her worth, that she's, a multiple Olympic champion, the greatest gymnast of all time, and no online troll is going to get to her and
Nope.
change that. So I
Yeah.
try to kind of use that every day. I'm not Simone Biles, not even close, but like I would love a smidgen of her mentality. So I think like she to me always just stands out in that regard. But
Yeah.
all five of the athletes are just incredible.
Absolutely. Yeah, I will defend Simone to the death as well. Yeah, she's just like she seems so comfortable in her skin now and in who she is, and I love that. That's how I want to be. I admire that about her. And she has so much conviction in what she believes, and I admire that about her. And she stands up for what's right. I admire that about her. I mean, I could go on, but yeah, I mean, all of those athletes really I admire greatly. That entire Golden Girls team, or FAFO, if you know, you know.
Yep.
But Suni also really inspired me too because I have a couple of autoimmune diseases. And I was actually hospitalized 3 times just this year for multiple reasons. I'm immunocompromised as well, but I so, I've had this autoimmune disease since I was 18. So Suni was diagnosed with her kidney diseases and stuff when she was in college. I was diagnosed with mine when I was in college, and I had to drop out of college for a while. And so, as someone who lives with chronic illness, seeing what Suni did, it blew my mind. I was
Truly.
like, there's no way, like, she should be doing this. But she is, and she did the damn thing.
hmm No, she was unbelievable. I mean, I think I think, of course, Simone's story
Yeah.
is incredible, but Suni's is, like you said, it really is just improbable. Like, I don't know how, I mean, I have not had a kidney disease before, but I cannot imagine, dealing with that swelling, feeling like you're a foreigner in your own body,
Mhm.
but then finding a way
Yeah.
to the third best gymnast in the world. I just and to compete with Joy at the same time too. And I mean, to me, like her team final beam routine, that
Oh, that is one of my emotional support beam routines.
yes,
It's
yep,
perfect.
it's perfect. I mean that series,
Yeah, the
not
side aerial lay. Her foot was off the beam on her second lay, and she threw I mean, on her first lay, and she threw the second one anyway, and it was like
accident. Yeah,
I'm like,
midair.
you're an alien, Suni.
She really like I truly believe she's one of the greatest gymnasts of all time. Like
Yeah.
especially coming back from that. And then, I mean, I'm still bummed that she didn't get the eponymous skill, but
Yeah.
like she's an innovator, she's a fighter, like and just seeing her so happy out there too. I think also the part for me in her story, the imposter syndrome that she dealt with after Tokyo, feeling like she didn't deserve to win the all-around gold,
Mm.
that it was Simone's medal to win. She was supposed to win bars, and of course Nina won that. It just like her coming to find her own worth, not in terms of the color of a medal. Sure, it was great that she ended up on the all around and bars podiums, but I
Yeah.
mean, I think she proved to herself alone that, okay, I went back to a second Olympics while fighting an autoimmune disease and still was one of the best gymnasts in the world. Like, okay, I deserve to be here, you
Yeah.
know?
Yes. And also put into perspective too, the third best gymnast in the world after Simone Biles and Rebecca Andrade
Two of the greatest gymnasts of all times. Yeah.
with
Yep.
kidney diseases. You're doing that, Suni?
Yeah.
That's
I think you're
rude.
doing pretty well.
That's just simply rude, Suni.
Yep. Yep. And I mean, you know she's capable, like if she, I mean, I hate to think about it, but I mean, she's capable of even more. I mean, she was
Oh
competing a downgraded bars routine
I
for
know
her.
she was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I mean, unreal. Just so I just the stories, but yeah, I really relate to Suni because as someone who lives with chronic illness and knows it's like to
yeah,
feel your body betraying you and not have control over it, it's
so difficult.
very, very difficult. And so what she did is nothing short of monumental, and I just hope she knows that.
I hope so too. No, and that would be the best case scenario. Like, I mean, medals aside, like that was such an accomplishment just to be there.
Absolutely. What do you think what do you think most understood or misunderstood about elite gymnasts today?
Hmm. That's a great question.
Do
I
you
think an
think
interesting piece, like the trajectory, like that they have to go either sticking with elite or collegiate. Like I think that's something that's really interesting. I don't know if that's misunderstood, but I feel like it's a really interesting topic right now is whether or not that's the optimal path. Like, I mean, I feel like the US is really trending towards heading to college instead of prioritizing an Olympic path.
Mm,
And I think maybe at least up until this NIL era, it was kind of assumed like everyone in elite has their head down and is going for the Olympic team.
mm,
Whereas, especially now more than ever, that's not everyone's goal.
mm,
A lot of girls just want to compete at the highest level on the college stage and have a collegiate experience. I mean, I'm sure you're hearing this from your guests. It's just like you get to have the best of both worlds. You get to compete in your sport, you get to have team camaraderie. It's not as individual,
mhm.
but you also get a good education and some of a college experience. I know being a D1 athlete, my husband was a D1 athlete. So I mean, I wasn't obviously, but I mean,
Mhm.
I hear about it all the time. It's tough. It's not easy.
Yeah,
It's a full-time job.
yeah.
Um, but it's at least more manageable than the elite training schedule. So I think that's something that I think is being more understood nowadays is that not everybody, like I see, I think it was a post, maybe forgetting her name. It was a member of the Michigan team. I can't remember who it was, but it was like that TikTok trend where it's like things that are assumed about you and it's like why didn't you go to the Olympics? Like not everyone wants to, like
That's not everyone's path.
like they're more multi-dimensional than, just gymnastics. I mean, they're like you said with Bree Clark, like I mean, there's lots of athletes who are I forget who was it Kayla DiCello maybe was like swimming at the same time. Like there's lots of gymnasts, elite gymnasts, or JO level 10s who are also competing in different sports, or like have passions outside of gymnastics.
Mhm.
They're not just gymnastics robots.
That's
Like
why I
they
made this podcast.
there you go.
So my whole the heart of this podcast is like gymnasts and yes, but humans first.
Yeah.
And that's I want to get to know, and obviously like not just I'm going to have guests on here that are not just gymnasts or maybe weren't gymnasts, but they work in gymnastics or whatever, like I mean you were a gymnast, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's I just want to show that we're all human beings at the end of the day. Like we're just girls, like we like some of the same stuff, we dislike some of the same stuff. We do, like and because I feel like I say this in a lot of the episodes, but artistic gymnastics is so scrutinized historically and it's put under this microscope and ripped apart, and the athletes are picked apart, and it's something that I hate about it. I'm a hype woman. I'm a supporter. That's what I love doing. I
Yeah.
love rooting people on and telling people's stories. So if I can do that, even just a small amount with this podcast, then I've accomplished my dream, you know?
Yeah, no, I think that's like much needed too, because I totally agree. I think they are so heavily scrutinized in so many different ways, and it's hard not to feel that way, especially when you're in a sport that's judged,
Yeah. Yeah,
every single
exactly.
time you take to the stage, and the fact that this is a space where they can come in and just authentically be themselves, not be judged, like that's really important, and super special. So I love what you're doing. I mean, I even feel it
Caroline.
right now, like the fact that you're kind of like asking me about myself more than just my work, like that makes a difference.
Oh, well,
Even
thank you.
though, yeah, no, I think you're doing an awesome job.
That means a lot. I appreciate that. I admire you. So hearing that means a lot.
Likewise. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to have a little fun conversation. I want to talk girl talk. Are
Okay.
you like a beauty girly at all?
No.
No? So what do you are you like a body care girly, hair care girly? Are there any beauty products that you love that you recommend to everyone?
Ooh, I do. So I am trying to get more and more into skincare.
Hmm.
I love feeling moisturized. I know it's kind of a contentious item, but the CosRX snail mucin, I do love. I
I
don't know.
love that stuff. I love it. I don't care.
Okay, because some people say it breaks them out.
It
I
doesn't,
break
man.
out at, like everything. It does not do it for me.
Okay.
And I recently did get like a Medicube collagen cream. I know collagen technically you only can absorb
Yeah.
orally, but like
But I
whatever.
love using collagen stuff on my skin. I don't.
Yeah, no, like it's the moisture. The moisturizer is working great. Like my skin has felt really, fresh and whatever it might be. So those would be probably the two things I would
Yeah.
recommend. I'm also,
Okay.
as much as I think they're kind of bullshit. I love, like, I got these, like, I don't want to say they're wrinkle masks, but they just go over
Hmm.
my forehead and I sleep with it and I feel like I'm helping myself. I don't think they're actually helping, but it makes me feel like I'm caring about my face. So I just like
Well,
a placebo effect.
I was gonna say your skin's incredible.
Oh, thank you,
I
because
know
I've
we're
been
on camera, but like I can't see like I know we're on camera, so I can't see like details, but like your skin's glowing, you're very
Thank
glowy, and like
you.
your
It's
skin looks really
probably I
good.
have a ring light right here, so that's
I have
probably
my ring light right here too. Twins.
that's probably helping. But I also do I have a very cheap, like, I have it under the desk, but I have a Huga red light therapy panel.
Oh,
One's not
cool.
very expensive. Sorry, I sound like I'm like plugging it from the Truman Show. Um, it's like turn it on. Okay. I think it was like 160, which for red light therapy isn't
That's not
terrible.
bad. Yeah.
And I feel, especially living in a very cold area, are you in the South? I can't remember.
I live in Nashville.
You live in Nashville. Okay, so it can be cold in the winter, right?
Yeah, it was like 25 degrees yesterday.
Okay. So, I mean, at least up here in Michigan, it's freezing and snowy all winter. So I feel, as much as it might help my skin, I close my eyes, I sit in front of it, I feel like I'm on a beach. So,
Mm-hmm. There you
seasonal
go.
depression, I feel like it helps with that. So that would be my biggest tip.
Okay, I love it. What is your favorite movie?
Oh my gosh.
You can
Wow.
list more than one if you like can't decide.
Okay. Um, this is such a like frat boy answer, but I do love it. Wolf of Wall Street. I love it.
Okay, Ben and I, my husband, we were watching it the other night.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a great movie.
It's really it's super long, but
It is.
it always engages me. Like I love Scorsese. I think he's an
Yeah,
amazing
we do
director.
too.
Um, I mean, these are kind of basic answers, but Shawshank Redemption
Oh,
is
yeah.
cool. And then maybe this is less basic, but have you ever seen Boyhood with
Yeah.
Patricia? Okay, yeah, that
It took
one.
like 12 years to make.
Yes. Yeah, that one I think is up there for me. It like makes me think of my brother and my mom a lot. So
Mm.
like it's kind of special in that respect. I feel like those
Oh,
would be my top three. I'm like
I
trying to
love
think.
it.
Oh, that's such a good question.
Those are good
I didn't
answers.
prepare for that. So
Well, you've got time to think, no worries.
okay.
Okay, and let's talk music. Who are some artists that you love right now? Who was like
Okay.
at the top of your Wrapped?
Okay. So my Wrapped is a little weird. I'm very into EDM. Do you know
Okay.
Apache?
Mm-mm.
So Apache is actually, if any gymnasts end up listening to this, I don't know how in tune they are with what their floor music is. Apache is like the number one creator of floor music, based on what I'm hearing from NCAA floor routines. Like Haley Bryant has used it, Olivia Troutman, like just it's kind of like orchestral EDM. That's how I
Mm-hmm.
best describe it. And I power lift a lot. Like I'm a big gym girl, so like
Ooh.
it's great in the gym, which is why my Spotify rap definitely trends in that direction. I also love Ray and Olivia Dean so much. My husband loves Olivia Dean, which I think is super cute.
My husband loves Olivia Dean too.
Love it. It's such a green flag.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's such a random mix, but I would say like Apache, Olivia Dean, and Ray are like my trifecta of
Cute.
music choices. And then I
Yeah,
love some brown noise to calm down my hyperactive brain. So
I understand that. I do. Do you have any pets?
I do. I post them occasionally. I have a husky that we rescued 2 years ago.
I have a husky.
You have a husky? No way.
Mhm.
God. What's their name?
Her name is Nala. I'll send you a picture.
Okay, please do. I'll send you a picture too.
Please do.
Also a female husky. Her name is Zelda.
Nala and Zelda could be friends.
Like a bee. Oh my God. I hope we can meet up because
Yes, that would be so
super
cute.
friendly. She loves everybody. We rescued her like 2 years ago, and then I have my cat Cold Stone, like Cold Stone Creamery.
Hmm.
He's the black and white like cow cat.
Hmm.
I got him in college, and he's my baby. So
Aw, we love pets. We love them.
we do, we do.
Is fashion a part of your life? And if so, is there someone like a celebrity or an artist or someone who inspires you?
I would like to for it to be more of a part of my life because
Hmm.
honestly, I am a huge tomboy. I'm like a very I live in gym clothes. Like right now, this is like kind of a stretchy gym shirt.
Hmm.
And I'm in like athletic shorts right now. So I think also being unemployed hurts that because when I go to work, I like to be a little more fashionable. So I don't know if I have like a person for inspo, but
Hmm.
I would love to take recs. So if you have any, let me know.
Yeah, I love fashion. I got you, girl. I
Okay,
got
good. I really want to like my dream for this year is, I mean, my husband begrudgingly will come along, of course, but I want to move to New York City so
you.
bad. I
Yeah.
think that would go hand in hand with that. Like I'm really trying, like shameless plug, I'm really trying to get like a full-time journalism job in New York.
Yeah.
Uh, Detroit just does not have the market for it. So that's the tough place we're in right now. But I think like I see myself going to New York and becoming a little more of a fashionista. Like I think
Yeah. New York Times, if you're listening, Caroline Price, come on.
they've already rejected me a couple times, but
They did reach out to you?
they rejected me.
Oh, rejected you.
Yeah, I applied to a
Hey,
fellowship with them, which technically this might have been the issue, but it's technically for like early career journalists, which I am technically in early career. I'm not like straight out of college, so maybe I'm too old for that. But I really thought I had a good shot, but you know, it is the New York Times, so I don't
you
know.
listen, you're so talented. You're such a good writer. You have a bright future ahead.
Thank
Like,
you so
just
much.
be patient, truly.
I'm trying. It's really hard, especially, you know, it would be easier if I were already in a full-time job right now. It's just
Yeah,
like, you know, it's a lot of sitting at home trying to kind of create my own content and,
I get
you
it.
know,
I'm
create my
unemployed as well. This is my
Okay,
baby.
you get it then. Yeah, I mean, and you're thriving from my
Thank
perspective. So, like,
you.
I want to be like you.
I want to be like you. We can be each other.
We do.
Okay, so these are the last questions, and these are the questions that I ask every guest that comes on the
Okay.
podcast.
Okay.
Because I think it like gives insight to each of you. And some of you say the same things, some of you say different things. It's just cool to hear. So
Okay.
it's kind of rapid fire, but don't feel like you have to like rush or anything. It's fine.
Okay.
What is your favorite word?
Ooh.
As a writer, I feel like this is a big one for you.
But oh my gosh. Favorite word.
Hmm.
That's almost really hard. Are we allowed to come back to it?
Yeah, we can circle back.
Okay,
I'm
let's
also
circle.
going to ask you what your least favorite word is, so think about that.
Oh, I can probably answer that one.
Okay, okay. We'll circle back. We'll circle back.
Okay.
Okay. What gym sound or noise do you love?
The sound of like landing an acro skill on beam.
Love.
Mhm.
And what gym sound or noise do you hate?
Oh, like scraping your grips on the wires of the bar.
Every person has said something related to bars.
Really?
Uh-huh. Those bars are making gnarly noises
Yep.
sometimes.
Need some earplugs.
Um, okay, what brings you to life creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Ooh. I'd say like a challenge that's really abstract, but
Writing a book in 30 days?
yeah, yeah. I think with my ADHD brain, like I need to be held to like a really crazy deadline, weirdly
Yeah.
enough,
Hmm.
to get things done. So
I get it.
yeah.
What is your favorite guilty pleasure TV show?
Schitt's Creek, probably.
Nice. Yeah, that's a funny show.
Oh, or Sex in the City.
Okay, yeah, classic, classic.
I love Sex in the City. I've watched it over like 500 times. So yeah.
Okay, I think I know who two athletes will be on this, but who is on your gymnastics Mount Rushmore? Your top four of all time.
Okay. Yeah, you probably know. Obviously, Simone,
Hmm.
Sean.
Hmm.
There you go. And then, so this is all gymnastics, not American.
Yeah, it's all gym, international, anything.
Aaliyah Mustafina.
Period.
I'd argue she's like, she was probably, well, I was a competitive gymnast. She was my favorite gymnast, like while I was
Yeah,
active. Um,
icon, icon.
Amazing. Honestly, then probably Dominique Dawes, just
Mhm.
because she was so impactful. And as much as I didn't get to see her live, like, I
Yeah.
mean, I agree. She was so innovative too on the
Yep.
floor.
Yeah, no. Her
So
back and forth, are you joking?
crazy, crazy. Even today, that's like,
Even
you don't see that.
today. No, you
Yep.
don't.
Hmm.
Great answers. Great answers. If you were reincarnated as an animal, what animal would you be?
Ooh, something that flies for sure. Like I like the idea of being untethered, you know?
Mm-hmm. I
Um,
feel like you'd be like a hawk or something.
I love that.
Very perceptive,
Mhm.
but can fly.
I love that too because I feel like I see my mom in hawks all the time. So
Hmm.
that works perfectly. I'll
I
go with
like that.
that.
Maybe your mom is a hawk.
She might be. She said she would come back as a bird. She originally said hummingbird, but it was like there aren't hummingbirds here in Detroit.
Well,
It's tough for me, mom.
that's kind of crazy. I said hawk then.
I know, right?
Wow. Okay. Let's circle back to the first one.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
What is your favorite word?
Okay. Okay, this this sounds lame, but I find it calming because I will be kidded, I'm a very high stress individual.
Hmm.
Like blue, just the word blue. I don't know why.
The word blue, you do not
Yes,
like.
it relaxes me. I love blueberries. I don't know. It just,
That's so cute. I
is
love
it?
that.
Okay.
Blue. You have a blue wall behind you.
I do. I painted that. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
It's my accent wall.
It's cute. What is your least favorite word?
I mean, this is probably more basic, but like moist.
So
I
many
just,
people have said that. It's so true. It's such a bad word.
oh wait, I have a second submission for favorite word.
Okay.
For them blue. I use this word a lot, and my husband always rolls his eyes at me. He actually didn't know what this word meant, which surprises me because he's a very smart individual. Curmudgeon.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
love using the word curmudgeon. Like it
Mhm.
just, my mom used it all the time. My mom was very sassy and like
Mhm.
had great vocabulary, and
Mhm.
that was one that she used a lot. So I love the word.
Curmudgeon's a good word. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Last question.
Oh man. Okay.
Looking back, what would young Caroline be most proud of you right now?
Hmm. Definitely not listening to, I mean, it's so cliche, but listening to all the doubters,
Hmm.
whether they were family members
Yeah.
or teammates who I had one girl who bullied me for like literally 8 years straight, and
Wow.
specifically with regards to gymnastics too, and was always telling me I sucked and all this stuff, and it just I I like to think that maybe I kind of showed her up a little bit, like I don't want to be vengeful, but I think little Caroline would be really proud of not giving in and kind of just quivering in fear as I used to. So I think I'm stronger today because of it.
Yeah. That's beautiful. I love that. Well,
Thank you.
thank you so much for coming on this podcast, Gymnastics with Joy.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so fun and so special too. I can't wait to see more of your podcast coming forward.
Thank you. It really means a lot. But yes, thank you so much for coming on. I love this conversation with you. I love that you're just as big of a gym nerd as I am, and we can talk about all this stuff and know exactly what we're each talking about. It's just a lot of fun. Your book is incredible. Everybody, go purchase Flipping the Script by Caroline Price. It's incredible. The 2024 U.S. Gymnastics team's journey to Olympic gold. It's sold where?
Amazon.com. And
Amazon.
hopefully Barnes& and Noble soon, but we'll keep you
Okay.
posted.
Perfect. And we are going to be doing a giveaway. So, what you'll need to do to enter is you'll want to follow my Gymnastics with Joy podcast on YouTube. Follow Caroline where?
At Caroline O. Price, all lowercase, on TikTok or Flipping the Script Gymnastics on Instagram.
Love. And then tag a friend in the comments of the YouTube video and tell us your favorite moment from the 2024 Paris Olympics. And that will enter you to win a signed copy of Caroline's book. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on again. You're so amazing. I love the book. I'm honored you're here. I can't believe I got this book for Christmas and now we just had this interview. It feels surreal.
No, it feels surreal for me too. So thank you so much for having me again.
Of course. I hope you'll come back sometime soon.
Absolutely.
All right. Bye.
Bye.